and a magical, wonderful, mushroom kingdomy, racy evening to you all. Cheers to you all watching at home. We already appreciate you. In case you don't know who I am, my name's Nintunist. You probably did, and if you didn't, unfortunately, you do know now. And on my left, you're on my left today. There we go. On my left.
Yeah, honestly.
At the left,
I'm surprised too.
On the left, dude, it's just like Europe, man. I am joined by Mazer's very own Stu, the announcer, the greatest announcer who's ever been an announcer. And if you actually think otherwise, you don't know his versatility. You don't know where he's done. You don't know where he's been, but you know where he is now. And that is the Glentendo circuit, everybody's favorite day of the week, every single Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Times, where we have a bunch of fun friends coming in to race each other, 12 races to see who can wind up on top of the evening. I have Guinness. I'm going to be drinking it through this because it's my drink of choice. It's a nitrogenated beverage, like coffee, like a certain brand of coffee. I can't think of one.
Look, I'm a proud Irishman, don't get me wrong, but Guinness during Oktoberfest, that's a little sus, bro. There's something to be said about that. But either way, we have
I was imposter 3 times last night in my room, so I am pretty sus.
Make it 4. So either way, Melpool and Jetline, they're going to be our streamers here tonight. Jetline again with the Switch Lite special, the Diet Switch. And we are going to the Switch Zero.
Why have I never thought of it as the Diet Switch before? That's perfect.
I mean, it's literally like you're talking about nomenclatures, and I was just thinking about this because even though I do have a beer stein, I drink soda out of it because I just don't drink. Yeah. But it's solid plan going with the coins so you can get that little bit of acceleration and top speed. But that's but yeah, like it's really just why is it that you don't see a soda with light in it and you don't see a beer with diet in it? It's like that's just how the nomenclature works.
Yeah.
It's like
yeah, bro. Let me get that Switch boneless. Anyway.
Yeah.
Our first race.
Let me get that Switch Platinum.
Yes.
Switch High Life. Or something.
One day, maybe. I mean, if we can switch highlight or switch Tap, but then that would be off the shelves. Shout outs to Tap, man. Rip Tap finally off the shelves after all these years. Yeah. Coca-Cola pulling the plug on it. But anyway, our first race of the day, we are out to Cheeseland. Yeah. Cheeseland is like. This track can be very annoying if you don't know the metagame around it, man. There are very specific spots that you have to drive around to get rid of the craters. I mean, you could do tricks out of the craters, as you saw Melpool actually try to do right there and actually failed at. But in terms of it's got very tight turns, very annoying ones, especially around the chain chomp right there. And towards the end here, it can be a little difficult. And it's the kind that really, really favors mushrooms, man. Item swapping can be huge on a track like Cheeseland. Actually, you actually see Jetline over on the right. He is still attempting to implement right now, putting himself all the way in the back to make sure he gets mushrooms and stars and hopefully a bullet bill, which is what I assume he's aiming for here all the way back there. But item swapping can be very important on a track like this, man, because it's got a lot of shortcuts that you kind of need a mushroom or a star to be able to make your way around. So I'm curious to see if Jetline is going to be able to do that.
Exactly. The amount of shortcuts that you have. And you see that even with just that ramp, that might be one of the less extreme examples. But you really do need all the top speed that you can get coming up to it because you're going off-road to reach those shortcuts. And you're going to have to settle for a 7th place finish there, Melpool. That's Jetline all the way back in 12th. That is not a good finish for them. But you see there the top 3 thus far. Curious leading the pack with 35 points. And Shy Guy and Lerm following up in 3rd and 2nd respectively. Sorry for saying the names out of order. But again, it's the item swapping and item management in general, where you're playing a lot of defense on a lot of courses, especially just to try to maintain your position. You're always looking out for that blue shell. Yes, it's always nice to have good positioning on this course as well. But really, if you're trying to race up to the front, that's where having those mushrooms are paramount, second to none, really, just so you can execute everything you need to on the shortcuts, which, again, you need the mushrooms to reach.
That's the thing with item swapping in this game, man. It's all about getting an item that you're just not supposed to have. It's about taking the economy and flipping it on its head. Like a lot of the politicians, they say they're doing, and they say they try to do, but they don't do it because they suck at Mario Kart. They're really bad at it. They don't know how to race. They're not good at just holding down the button, man. They have somebody else do that for them. That's how it typically goes. But either way,
I'm waiting for you to say audit the Mushroom Kingdom Federal Reserve or something.
I'm not getting it. I'm done. I'm not, dude. I didn't commentate the Glentendo circuit last week. If I come in and I'm already 10 minutes into the stream, I'm already talking about Mushroom Kingdom politics. Come on,
Oh,
man.
man.
I can't be doing that already. Here we are.
Ninchin is back in rare form.
Back in the rarest of forms, my friend. We're here
Ooh.
at TikTok Clock, hailing from Mario Kart DS, a
So-
lot of people's favorite.
Explain that jump to me, because we saw Melpool try to jump across the. Oh man, that's rough. Try to jump across the minute hand of the clock and doing pretty well. And you actually mentioned the strat not too long ago on a past stream, which again you can watch the VODs on our YouTube channel. But that's, I don't know. I feel like that wasn't really makeable, going from directly the middle of the clock hand, of the minute hand, to the other side.
I don't think Melpool was completely aware of the positioning of the big hand, because, I mean, you know, you wouldn't need me to really explain this. TikTok Clock is, believe it or not, this course is modeled after a clock, and clocks move, and that clock in the center, when you're at the very beginning of the track, moves as well. The index hand moves around, and it actually is a point at it where it extends all the way back to the main track. And I don't know if Melpool was aware that it wasn't there at the time, or if he thought he would just be able to have enough top speed to be able to make it, because the thing is, as you saw right there, he just did a trick off of the index hand again, or the big hand, I should say. You can do a trick off of that. And I think his goal right there was to build up enough speed off of the trick so he could just jump from one end of the platform to another. It all depends on the positioning of the big hand. It's not easy. It's not completely RNG based, but I mean, obviously it's a clock, it goes around on its own cycle, but you can't really keep track of it. It's not like, you know, Melee Yoshi's Story or whatever, where you can just tell by the clock whatever Randall the Cloud is going to come out. It's not like that, man. You just got to like be racing to the best of your ability and hope that the clock hand is in a favorable position when you get there.
Decent driving thus far, and that's going to be Jetline taking first place again on the Switch Lite. And yeah, solid driving from them. And Melpool, unfortunately, going to be suffering a poor position there at 10th place. Scardun, we're seeing in only a two-person race with them and Olivia. That is, of course, a good friend, Sweet Lou. But that's either way, first place points certainly helps them. And sometimes when you get those small numbers in the room, you got to take advantage of it whenever you can.
Oh yeah, you know, get that. How do the kids say it nowadays? Acquire that emotional baggage. No, that's not right.
Yeah. Get that bread. You get that bread, makery that bakery, whatever the saying is.
You don't get bread, you bake it, you idiot. Chris, switch the screen.
Yeah. So anyway, going to the next game here.
Yeah. It is all about getting that bread. I mean, hey, when you're in a small room, you do take advantage of that. Like, you know, this is literally just your opportunity to get more points, because obviously everybody else in there is a CPU, and they're not quite as good as the normal human players. At least most of the time, they are. They shouldn't be, I suppose. But here we got a room with I think this is about 5-6 people in here that we got Melpool racing against, including Shy Guy, our good friend from across the pond, as well as Kane hailing from behind here with the DK. And I do not know who that particular Waluigi on a Wiggler is, but that is a French flag all up there across. Another friend from even further across the pond. Yeah, that's across the pond and then the mainland.
Yeah, it's not much further given. I mean, Britain and UK are remarkably close to each other.
Yes, Britain and the UK are quite close to each other, Stu.
Did I say Britain and the UK? I meant Britain and France.
Yes. No, you did. I'm sorry.
No, hey, you know what? I appreciate the call out. So
yeah, I appreciate getting called out too.
There you go. So no, Melpool. Yeah. That's literally the English channel is super short, all things considered. So yeah, we're gonna get Melpool on lap number 2, sitting in a decent position in 4th place. Scardone.
Oh my god.
Is it Scardone? Is it?
I'm not sure. I've never seen this player before.
Scardone in 1st place right now, I think. Oh, okay. So he runs King and all that.
Oh, right on. Good. Thank you, Scardone.
Yeah, absolutely. No, it's great events over around that part of the world, and certainly TCNJ. Decent little smash scene.
My sister went there.
They're running Stronghold as well.
My sister went to that college.
No kidding.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, it's a neat little place, I will say that. It's actually not all that little at all, now that I think about it, but...
Yeah, it's a pretty big school.
Yeah, shout outs to Division 2 athletics and all that. And certainly a top tier organization over at TCNJ. But Melpool right now sitting on the last lap in third place with triple red shells looking to take advantage on Juno. That is the Waluigi Wiggler bike that we saw. And Melpool making the pass, going up to that big ramp. It's going to take their shot, but what do they have in the bank? There's a red shell coming behind them.
That?
Beautiful by Melpool to maintain the second place position. And it looks like first is just out of the question for them, but they are going to be more than happy taking these points.
That was a star in second place. And before that, the way he was able to make his way up there, he was doing the item swap strategy, and he had a bullet bill in like fourth. He was only able to not surpass Shy Guy right there, but my God, what a run from Melpool right there, man. And he got like just enough red shells. He only had like the 2 to the point where he knew he was going to have to throw it back and time it properly. And speaking of time it properly, beautiful jump from Scardone right there to jump across the chasm of lava there, as you were to do in pretty much any other Mario game. Unfortunately, though, he gets hit by the lightning. He will fall back to 8th place with the likes of Adam, Olivia, Miles, Curious, and Astro in front of him, just to name a few. And wow, that was just that was Mario Kart. And I'm still thinking about that Melpool game, to say the least, man. I don't know how he managed to do it there. That was a new item box. That was a new item box. He didn't acquire that in like an earlier position and hold on to the star. He just got it in second place. How does a man take RNG into the palms of his hands out of this mortal coil stool, and then play God, mold it to every little incarnation that he wanted it to, man? It's like his playing field, just making the lightning come down, literally and metaphorically, my friend. That is Melpool, a Glentendo circuit regular. If you're not following his stream already, you're going to see it again in like 3 seconds. So there's no excuse for you. Go ahead and do that.
I will say, though, I think it does speak to just how much the game tries to mess with you if you are in first place. Because Shy Guy, if you look down on the map, Shy Guy was very far ahead of Melpool and was doing that through a mixture of just solid driving, staying ahead of the pack, and really just making the gap so big that no one could even possibly catch up. But even then, to try to make that happen, the game is trying to give second place stars or triple red shells in third and things of that nature, really making it trying to make it as competitive as possible. I do wonder if that had something to do with it. That's complete conjecture based on absolutely nothing, but it does kind of make one wonder as we are going down to the farm for our next race.
And Learn, I believe, hailing from Ireland here. Stu, can I hear it?
Erin Gobra.
That's my man right there. Shout outs to Learn from from also across the pond right there. Just got to get the trifecta of that going. I don't think there's not the trifecta. I mean, there's also Wales. So never mind. I was thinking Scotland. I mean, we got to get like a.
You're thinking Northern Ireland, man.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Shout outs to I forgot who I was going to give shout outs to. Oh no, I remember.
The entire British archipelago, probably.
Yeah, that's sort of the lingo I was going for there. And Scardone,
you're welcome.
Able to use that mushroom to get and able to get across that chasm right there of the grass with that mushroom right there to secure his spot here in second place. I do believe that is only Shy Guy in front of him here, because Melpool is on a different race right now over at the Animal Crossing stage, specifically the Winter Edition, and over here over at the top right, we got Jetline, and I don't believe we see Shy Guy anywhere in sight right there, though it is a little too hard to tell because that is a diet switch, as our good friend Stu, the announcer, would call it, not a normal switch worth all the calories and sugar that you would come to find from any modern Nintendo product. But this gap is huge, man. I mean, Scardone has been racing this entire lap for a pretty solid minute, and he's not able to close the gap up with this blue shell. He will be able to, but it goes for him instead. What? Oh, that was the final lap. I didn't realize that was the last lap. Shy Guy already crossed the finish line. That's why it hit him. I thought that was the second lap. I was super confused.
Still, the hit got nullified, and you're kind of chilling. Shy Guy sitting comfortably in first place at this point. We're going to see the finish here from Melpool, who, again, just bad luck with the items.
I mean, that's a first for him all night. I mean, you saw what happened on that Royal Raceway race. Friggin' bullet bills in fourth place, stars in second. I don't know how he does it.
I mean, Mario Kart giveth, Mario Kart taketh away. That's all you can really say. But yeah, very familiar names in front of us. Dark looks like is going to edge out for first place, and Olivia getting bumped all the way down to third. And Dark, even though they're just starting this this sucker up. Yeah, showing the form that we have come to expect from them in Tunis.
Yeah, dude, I'm literally just watching these players that even I, as a former Glentendo circuit racer, used to, in the early days of the circuit surpass, and I'm seeing them acquire all sorts of points way earlier on in this bracket than that's this bracket, way earlier on in this tournament. It's not a bracket.
Force
that we used to, it's definitely, yeah, big force of habit there. Definitely, that they didn't used to acquire earlier on in the days, man. I know me and Stu say it every week, but, like, the Glentendo circuit regulars, man, like, they're getting better. Like, they are actively getting better at this game every single week. I see them doing things that they weren't doing in the weeks before. I see them getting way more points earlier on that I know for a fact a few months ago that they were not acquiring, man. I entered the circuit again once when I was away on vacation back in late July, early August, where I wouldn't be able to commentate normally. I was away from my studio.
Right.
And I got, like, I don't even want to say it.
You got body.
I don't even really want to say it, but you guys can fill in the rest of the blanks of my imagination with your imaginations. Needless to say, I didn't do very well. It's a little more stacked than it used to be.
Yeah, but that's kind of the thing. You don't really notice it from week to week. Like, you generally don't notice the differences between point A and point B. You really start noticing them between point A and point J. So that's when it really starts becoming profound. So maybe let's reserve our judgment for, like, the week-to-week things, and certainly just start to appreciate when you have people like Dark and Shy Guy, and certainly all the others that have come out through the weeks that have just been absolutely dominant. Certainly Light looking to be among them. I believe that is the flag of the Netherlands that they are sporting there. I'm not sure if they are actually from there, but nevertheless. Astro and Lerm. Yeah, it's an international affair here at the Glentendo circuit, and right now it's going to be Scardone trying to keep up with the United Nations here as they are trailing in 8th place on the final lap.
The only fake one that I know of for a fact was our good friend Takamarth. That is the only one I know where he just reps the Japanese flag pretty much every time, man. Shout outs to Filthy Frank, who explained to us many years ago the reason why that happened. But, oh my god!
Oh no, Melpool, no!
Yeah,
that is tragedy.
Only the second lap. Only the second lap. We're on the final one right here. He's still got plenty of time to be able to make this up. If that was the final lap, that would have been more tragic than anything Edgar Allan Poe has ever written in his life.
Oh, you're telling me. Yeah, never has there been a story of more woe. But
the Telltale Morton beats off to its grave.
Oh gosh. That's that is a solid reference. And also I definitely quoted Shakespeare instead of Poe, so you can just roast me in
same
the
guy.
chat. It's not the same guy, dude. It's not.
High school taught me that was not the same guy. Although they never teach too much Poe in high school. Just mainly really a ton of Shakespeare, but whatever.
It depends. It depends on what not again. Not again. Dude.
Oh my god.
You actually got that right before you crossed the line. That is nuts. Dark is more than happy taking those points, but that's just Nintunis, you hate to see it. Sometimes this game really does that to you. Quoth the Raven, never.
Edgar Allan poetry.
Quoth the Raven, never Morton.
Yeah, but forgive me, I didn't mean to cut you off there. I didn't realize you weren't done. I'm a professional commentator, by the way, in case you guys didn't know that. That's why I cut off Stu before he's done finishing any of his sentences. Like a real pro does. I don't know why you guys... Stu, you were saying this off the mic before. I don't know why you guys let me on the mic. Anyway, we're here on this. I believe the same lobby. Yeah, this is the same one. I saw Jetline on Scardone's screen right there. This is the same lobby.
Okay, right on then. So, yeah, again, Waluigi just chilling on that bike. I'm not really sure how you're driving with your knees bent all the way up like that, but you are certainly doing well enough for yourself at the very least. It's,
I have
Waluigi
to do that.
on the bike's kind of the meta. So, yeah, I'd say that's pretty good.
I actually have to do that.
Do you really?
In real life.
in real life. Like,
Yeah.
where are you riding like mopeds in real life? Man?
Well, I'm not mopeds in my 2012 Honda Accord. Close enough, I guess. But
yeah,
know,
I suppose so. I didn't realize the Honda Accord was a bike. Anyway, we're gonna. So,
I got nothing to say to that.
Snippy. I apologize.
Just keep going for it. I don't care. I got nothing to say to that. You can't shit on my 2012 Honda Accord. It gets me from point A to point B. All right. So you know what? Shut up, Stu. Okay. Shut up.
Okay, buddy. Anyway, yeah.
Shit about my 2012 Honda Accord.
Did you need to have your voice crack like that? Is my question.
I did actually. It was very necessary for that. It was really cool though. I gotta say, in terms of this game, I remember back in the original Mario Kart 8 when they added the Mercedes cars. When they had that little they had that little sponsorship deal with Mercedes when like Mario Kart 8 was sort of like about a year or two into it, and they just dropped like a bunch of DLC like Mercedes-Benz cars.
Yeah, and you can unlock the wheels and like the cars themselves. Yeah, it is kind of cool.
Yeah,
and also the Mercedes paraglider.
I don't.
Anyway, yes,
okay. I didn't realize you were
on the turn. It was in 5th place now.
I was like seriously thinking for a second. I'm like the Mercedes. The Mercedes paraglider.
Were you actually?
Yes, of course I was.
Oh no!
Why would I not? They added tires. They added a bunch of cards. I mean,
yeah, but like they make those.
You remember, just like the paraglider. You guys know the famous Mercedes-Benz paraglider. God. It's looking like Scardone is going to take not 4th in this race. Oh my God.
Yeah, Scardone just got every last bit of that, and that is just tragedy. Meanwhile, Melpool trying to rectify some tragedy on their part. We saw how that last race ended on Sunshine Airport, and yeah, taking advantage of those musical note jumps. And sitting in 1st place, the last section of Music Park, but again going right off the corner, and that's going to cost them the race. This time, it is a demise of their own design that allows, I believe that was Dark, was it not? Glentendo! Glentendo benefits off of the mistake from Melpool. That is not going to sit well with Mel at all.
Did you see that thick 27 points that Glentendo has, like, halfway through the circuit?
As a girthy 27 points.
That is a girthy, I mean, hey, I'm talking about one. Wow. That was something else, man, to say the absolute least. That was like, out of all the times that we watched Melpool get absolutely, like, forgive me, there's no other word for me to, actually, you know what, there is. Get absolutely destroyed at the very end of those races, man. Like, with 4 other racers, like, passing him right as he's about to cross the line. To see him actually do it for his own doing, it somehow hurts even more.
Yeah, but I mean, sometimes you just get railroaded, like that situation with the blue shells at the end of those final 2 laps of Sunshine Airport. Other times, you just miss a drift on a turn, and that's what costs you valuable points when you're talking about the dogfight that the front of the pack becomes. So Melpool might be looking back with regret on that particular race. Scardone on Neo Bowser City, and again, this is a rough course to have to deal with, and especially as a midway point through a circuit in Tunis.
I want to go one Glentendo circuit without seeing this track. It gives me such PTSD. I hate it.
It's pretty gnarly, isn't it? It's one of
very
the
difficult.
one of the more unforgiving tracks in the entire game, and we are seeing Scardone navigate it admirably, all things considered. But I don't know. It's you're sitting in 1st place. It's a matter of how long you can maintain that, and if it's up to Shy Guy, they generally don't let you just have that for free.
Oh man, and you want to talk about not letting them have it for free? Scardone not letting Shy Guy having it for free, not even holding on to that boombox right there. He's gonna let it pop, and he will hit Shy Guy with it. It's gonna create a little bit of a gap. between the two right here, but just as I say that, he is starting to close that up a little bit. This is all about the good driving, ladies and gentlemen. He's at the front right now. No item manipulation can he possibly muster up right here, lest he back off. He doesn't have time to make up for any item swapping strategies had he elects to actually do it. And as soon as he gets the bomb, throwing it behind him to snipe that red shell on the way back, that takes a level of timing that you do need to prepare yourself for mentally a little bit, man, because you throw it a little bit too early and it's not going to work. And speaking of not working, Coin's not going to work at blocking out red shells, my friend. And despite all that wonderful driving on such a difficult track as Neo Bowser City, Scardone will have to settle for second, man. It only takes 1 second to get second instead of first, my friends. It's a very, very difficult thing. Scardone gonna have to hold that, but that's 12 points. He'll definitely take that in stride at the very least, man. So good stuff to him, man. That was solid driving.
Yeah, it wasn't a poor performance by any stretch of the imagination, but maybe just got a little too aggressive with the strategy. Maybe that bomb winds up being more of a curse than a blessing, because you're thinking like, oh, wow, I'm doing this all right. Everything that I'm going to do is going to work. And I don't know, at that point, you aren't able to reach the next item box in time, and Shy Guy is there to take full advantage of it, all according to plan, for one of the aces of the Pirate Hackers team. So it's going to be Melpool finishing in 5th, getting passed by 2 places there. And Jetline will have to settle for 6th. Not bad, but again, when you're talking about the competition in front of you, it's never quite good enough.
Never more quite good enough.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
But, yeah. But again, once this is the Glentendo circuit, I don't know. How many of these have we done so far?
Like 1 million.
1 million.
At least 1 million. Dating back to the middle of April, middle of March, something like that. Let's do they're about 4 weeks in a month, so 4 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. About 4 times 7. Yeah, it's about 28. About probably a little more than that.
I think it's like 31.
Oh, there you go.
It was the 31st one.
Wow.
Yeah, shoot.
Oh,
Tack a field goal onto that. That's 31. That's nuts. Which is something that the New York Jets cannot do. That's another thing we talked about before the thing.
Can we get some Fs in the chats for the Jets?
Absolutely.
Can we please get some Fs in the chats for the Jets? Even if you don't know sports, and I'm not a huge sports guy myself. I'm not. I don't live under a rock. No, you are really.
If my background is any indication, yes, I am very much a sporty man.
Wow, Stu, I didn't know that. Crazy. You learn something new about your friends every day.
I know. It's something about sports is just fascinating. I don't even know what it is. Just competition in general.
I love sport ball, man. Last night my team kicked a basket for a home run. It was quite a spectacle of spectacles, to say the least.
The thing is that it's not even just that. It's like how it affects the social climate of a region or a nation and all that sort of stuff. Like I was talking about how there's going to be a movie made about this eventually, but when the Ivory Coast soccer team wound up stopping a civil war, and it's an amazing story. Yeah, I'm dead serious. This happened in like 2006. There was like a rebel group from up north, and were the rebels in the south? I'm not really sure, but either way, the north and the south really hated each other. It was like one was Muslim, one was Christian. That just kind of happens a lot in Africa, and they were fighting against each other. But the Ivory Coast team proposed that they play a game in the rebel capital, and have them be a uniting point for the country. Eventually, they wind up qualifying for the World Cup, and as a result, the two sides agreed to a ceasefire to support the Ivory Coast in the World Cup. So legitimately, a soccer team stopped a civil war, and that's what I'm saying. Is that's the power of sports, and one of the reasons why I find it so fascinating. Really, what competition does in general, even little things like this, like the Glentendo circuit, got us through some really hard times in the pandemic. And even though I would say that it's a little less consequential than a civil war in a country that falls below the median GDP line, I'd say that it still just goes to show what competition can do to lift your spirits.
That's all you gave me was pretty much the what am I trying to say here? The not more than the log line, the general synopsis of the story right there, and that's amazing, to say the least, man. I would love to even know the details of that further, man. What a captivating story, man. And I wholeheartedly agree, man. Sports being something that can bring people together is just, that's not something that you can take for granted anymore, man. I didn't grow up with sport ball. You know, I was not a very athletic child, to say the least. But I'm not gonna not give any fair credit where credit is due. It's very easy to sometimes it's the easier route to let something like hatred take over your heart for whatever reasons, or how you were raised, or how you grew up, man. But to appreciate what something as simple as a game, simple as sports can do for the just that triumph of the human spirit in order of bringing people together, man. That's a very simple thing. That's why the Olympics, you know, are such a prominent thing today, man, and such an important thing, to say the least, man. Like, it's just the world coming together to play a game. Obviously, there are more logistics to it when it comes to money and where it's going to be than that, but, you know, at the end of the day, when you really want to put it in layman's terms, a TLDR of the Olympics is the world coming together. Just play a little game. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, but that's kind of the thing, though, is I do think that there's something to be said about just being able to come together and play something, and how that helps unite us as humans. And Melpool, I do apologize for kind of like skirting over that last entire race in the Super Bell subway, but
it was Super Bell subway. Who cares? That track sucks.
Well, either way, it was Melpool that wound up taking first place in it, so that's a little bit of retribution for them, and trying for a repeat performance here on the circuit. And now we're chilling on a, I guess you could say, the modified GBA track. It's neat.
Yeah, so they put a little ramp that you go up on it vertically. It's slightly different than how it was on the Game Boy. The graphics are a little bit better. It is on the Game Boy, just a tad.
Yeah, I guess you could do a side by side if you want to like draw your own conclusions. I don't want to like lead the audience one way or another.
Same.
But yeah, they are. Mel's going to back up for the boost pad and be in the lead on the final lap. Always dangerous territory, but I mean, you already got hit by lightning.
Yeah, but the namesake's coming up behind him, man. He's got to be careful here with how he's going to pop this boombox. He's got Glentendo on his keister, as you can tell by looking at the map right there, with a King Boo and I do believe Olivia. Oh no, that's a baby Rosa. No, that's regular. I can't tell. It's a little too small from here. But point is, that's back and forth. He's got that red shell, going to use the boombox to block it right there, and hopefully he'll be able to use this green shell to block his way on the way back. Glentendo trying to sneak his way through like a snake he is, and he's going to get sniped right in the back, saying, no can do, my friends. This is my circuit. This is the Melpool circuit now, my friends. Taking out Glentendo, forcing him to hold a second place right there. And I can hear it. I can hear it. Do you hear it?
I hear Glenn typing on Twitter. I hear it right now. I know he's doing it on his phone, but I hear it anyway. That's nuts.
That is the greatest thing that the Kill Sage ever tweeted. Just Glenn after every tournament, and then he put that gif of Kermit the Frog on the typewriter. That's the greatest thing that ever came out of I mean, the Kill Sage had some pretty bomb tweets, but like, honest to God, I had to commend him. It was years ago that he made that, but my God, it was incredible. I can literally hear Glenn typing as we speak. Oh, but too much air on the part of Scardone right there. He's going to use that momentum off the wall to try to carry himself, but he does get hit by an item regardless, and we are on the final lap over at 3DS Music Park. I do believe he's got Sweet Lou behind him to worry about, as well as this Lakitu player. I don't know who the Lakitu player is. That is not a common character to see very often used. He made his debut in the 3DS Mario Kart 7. I do believe that was the first game ever where Lakitu was playable, as a matter of fact, after serving years as the camera guy. Yeah, as the camera guy and the countdown guy at the start of the Mario Kart races.
True, yeah.
And now he finally got his turn on the wheel. So good stuff to him. He's a lightweight, so he's kind of meh, but I mean, he's playable at least. Don't sleep on him.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the thing is, yeah, you definitely want to go with the heavier characters, or certainly like the mid-table characters at the very least in terms of weight. That's going to be a first place finish there from Scardone. Neatly done, but we're going to cross some animals, it seems like, with Melpool in this race with Roy. Meanwhile, we've got Jetline on a track, and I'm trying to see what track that is, but it's a little small.
Over at the right there, that is just Mario Kart Circuit.
Is that Circuit?
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
also, I
wait.
apologize. That Lakitu in the last race was just a CPU. I apologize. I couldn't tell. Happens to the best of us, I suppose. But yes, this is Mario Kart 8 Mario Kart Circuit. The track in this game that was featured in Super Smash Bros. For the Nintendo Wii U and for the Nintendo Switch in Ultimate. Just a little fun facts.
Well, there you go. And Melpool, again, having troubles with items right before the line, and they will fall to second. But yeah, that's they got their enemy in their sight, and of course it's a Waluigi. Of course they're on a bike. And you better believe that they are out for first place points. Glentendo. Oh, man, Glentendo's out for revenge.
Everyone's favorite friendo. Oh, he's got him right in his sights. He's not going to let it pop, though, man. He wants to save it for... Look at him! Look at him smile! Look at Melpool! He wants it! He wants it so bad! Oh, is he going to get this snipe right here? This is the make or break moment, ladies and gentlemen. But, oh, Glentendo taking advantage of the first pleasure! Ladies and gentlemen, you saw it here, my friends. Melpool popping off on a stream for his pleasure, using every single item in the repertoire right there to take out Glentendo at the very end of that race. I'm going on Twitter. I'm going on Twitter right now, bro. I'm looking it up. He's definitely already got this going for him, man. What do we got? I'm refreshing. Yeah. I'm refreshing. I feel like, look at this. He tweeted that. I feel like I'm going to win my Mario Kart tournament. Wait, hold on.
No, he did not.
I feel like I'm going to win my Mario Kart tournament tonight.
Oh my god. Oh man. Oh, yo, send that to struggle tweets right now. Right now. Oh my god. Oh. Top 10 things said minutes before disaster.
Oh my god. I had to take a sip. But ladies and gentlemen, we do have Baby Park on the left right here, but Melpool, he's got one more 1v1 with Glentendo over here on Toad Harbor. A very popular track, a very solid one fundamentally.
No, I think
and we're gonna see. No, there he is.
Is that actually a 1v1?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
So, Melpool is about 2 for 2 on Glentendo in the 1v1s tonight. Is he going to make it a solid 3-peat? Are we going to get the Jordan out here? The Mario Kart Jordan. I mean, Jordan won 6, but you know what I'm saying. I mean, like it's the 3-peat sounds catchier.
He had the 3-peat, and then he had the 3-peat repeat. Remember that?
Oh, that's, yeah, I mean.
Yeah,
that's true.
Because he retired to do baseball, and then he came
which,
back.
as we all know, went very well.
Of course, yeah. It's I mean, you gave the Houston Rockets championships. What's wrong with you? But yeah, you wound up doing pretty well for himself after he came back, admittedly. So.
Good for him. I just asked Glenn how mad he was in the Mario Kart 8 Glentendo Circuit Discord.
Yeah. Oh no. Is Glentendo the Utah Jazz of the Glentendo Circuit? Is that what's happening now? Is he just about to get bodied, like just bopped back to back?
Hey, it's funny because it's his namesake, but I mean, look at what he's doing right now, man. That's a pretty solid gap between him and Melpool going on, but it's not going to matter too much because one of those CPUs is going to chuck that blue shell right into his face and give Melpool a little bit of an extra step right here. Will he be able to pass him yet? No, nothing doing. Still on the second lap. Oh my god, don't get hit by the trolley right there, my friend. What a solid drift coming out from Melpool with one more lap to go. Meanwhile, at the right, we're on the second lap. Scardone in the middle of the pack in 6th place. He's going to have to find some way to close that gap. But this final lap in the 1v1 between the namesake of Glentendo Circuit, Glentendo himself, everybody's favorite friendo, and Melpool on his way hailing back, my friend. They both got hit by the lightning. The question is, will he be able to close this gap? Will Melpool be able to pull another one out of nowhere, out of thin air, and Houdini himself another victory against the namesake of our very own Glentendo Circuits themselves? I don't know, man. It's looking pretty rough in the final stretch.
And now, yeah, just looking for this pass on the gap, and yeah, it's Scardone getting hit. That's rough, but the red shell being deployed right before the finish line is it enough? It's enough! Millpool with the pop-off gets the three-peat, and Glentendo is going to have visions of that Roy in his nightmares tonight.
I had to stand up. I had to stand up. I'm speechless. I'm not supposed to be speechless, but I am. We got Olivia winning that one. Gonna settle for 97 right there on her own, man. What more needs to be said? This is the kind of action that you can only find here. Twitch.tv/MasterHandGaming, the Glentendo circuit, every single Sunday night. We do this every week, folks. This is the kind of stuff you're going to see every single week here at the Glentendo circuit, man. Crazy upsets, crazy last-minute victories, pop-offs for Millpool, who I gotta DM him. I'm DMing him later. I gotta let him know. I gotta let him know how much of a hero he is. I really do. I need to see these tweets. I need to see them. They're not happening yet.
I have to now. Like,
My God.
I am in full agreement. In fact, can we, okay, we have Scardone.
We'll have time. We'll have time while we wait for the scores to tally up in between at the end. I think that would be a perfect time to pull it up. Meanwhile, we're down to our final race of the night, as I do believe Millpool and, what was the other one we had? Jetline. I was gonna say it. I remember, but thank you both. I love you both very much. You're both very handsome and good friends. We're down to the final race of the evening. Scardone is going to take us to Music Park. I don't know how many other humans he has in this lobby. I think, it's quite a bit, actually, because I think he finished not exactly where he wanted to in that last race. I saw Shy Guy. I saw Sweet Lou in Olivia. I think I saw one more, but... Sweet Lou is Olivia, right? That's...
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Just wanted to make sure.
I'm just gonna put this out there. Millpool in the chat said this might be the greatest gaming night of my life.
Aww.
That is funny.
I love it. I mean, hey, he earned it, man. He got it. He got the Jordan 3-peat. He's the Jordan of Mario Kart.
He is now, yeah. Oh man, that's amazing.
Oh my God.
We're going back to.
I'm so happy that happened. No commentator bias, but I'm so happy that happened.
Yeah, like, look, dude. Shoutouts to Glentendo, but good lord. It
would have been hype if that happened to anybody, but the fact that it was the namesake of the tournament, and Glenn is no slouch, man. He's freaking nasty at this game, man. He's really good.
At all.
No, he's really good. I lost a $20 money match to him in Mario Kart years ago.
Yeah,
that was before I knew he was like good at the game. That was at Wise Guy's house, Wise Guy's old house years ago. That was a good time. I mean, it wasn't a good time for me, but it was fun. That's all that mattered.
You got hustled, bro.
I did. No, I mean, they were close races. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I got second in all of them against, like, the CPUs and stuff, but he beat me every time. He's really good at the game, so that's nothing to slouch on, man. Millpool, like, getting those 1v1 Ws against Glentendo, that's pretty darn good, my friend. But anyway, that was the then, I suppose. This is the now. We're on to our final race of the evening, our final lap of the final race of the evening. Good mushroom usage right there, going under the Piranha Plant at just the right timing to make sure the Piranha Plant didn't bite him, and he still has a chance, knowing that that blue shell was coming back, but he's getting hit by everything on the way here, man. This is the railroad, like you mentioned several times earlier, Mr. the Announcer. It's going, but it's not gone quite yet. We're down to the final stretch. But my man Scardone is just getting hit by just about everything. Let's see how he uses this star, though. Oh, man.
And yeah, taking that shortcut. Beautiful cut through on that turn, and we'll settle for third place points. Not terrible, but also, I mean, not terrible considering that you're going up against Shy Guy. But then again, you're getting boxed out by a Toad. Never the result that you're necessarily wanting in that regard.
Never.
So, my proposal is this. I know that Chris is ready with the points on the with the points tally, but can we also pull up Glentendo's Twitter feed?
I'm actually not seeing anything yet.
Like
that. I'll just put this again. It's
yeah.
Like I'm gonna win my Mario Kart tournament. It'd be crazy if he still won somehow after all those seconds.
Tragic.
Don't want to count our chickens before they hatch here, but my God, man, Millpool with the most well-deserved pop-offs that this commentator hasn't personally seen, I should say, in quite some time. Those were back to back to back. My God.
That was the funniest thing
Honestly.
I've seen in a long time. Like, I was planning on doing like my whole stream tonight. I'm not sure if I can top that level of comedy. I really don't. I don't think I can.
Hey, if anyone can, it's you, my friend.
That is a lie. So we're
That's
going to
not
pull
a-
up the points total.
Whatever.
And we got Shy Guy ahead. Melpool definitely getting the benefit of some great individual play there, but tied up with Scardone, who did not have a poor circuit themselves with a 129. No guarantee that that's going to hold up. We see Dark, who generally starts late, but has been pretty decent with their point total and accruing those points early on with their races. So as we go on here, Curious, of course, Sweet Lou, Adam, Kane, Majari, Glentendo. Oh, my poor sweet Glentendo. Learn, Light, Skinarshik,
Skinarsik, I think.
Spinarsik. Okay. And I started like getting into the Slavic pronunciations there, so thank you for correcting me there.
You'll find that the
Astro-
lower you go down in terms of the listing, sometimes the more Slavic they get.
So Shy Guy in 141, no surprise. Shy Guy is one of those people that we see topping these circuits quite often in Tunis, and it's hard to foresee anyone putting a stop to their reign of terror on the UEF events anytime soon.
Was third place in the week prior, only falling down to Fate in second place, and first in Cav, actually, a Peach player was able to take first in the last week. Very uncharacteristic, but Peach, I mean, a midweight, not a bad character by any stretch, but definitely not one that you normally see this high on the rankings. And he Fate winning the week before, I believe Shy Guy not competing that week, or at the very least he didn't make top 8, which would have been very uncharacteristic of him. But then the week before that, he tied with Fate actually to get that first place. Third the week before, then he won the week before that. It's odd out every time with him. He wins one and then he gets top 8 the next, then he wins the next one, then he gets top 8 the next. Regardless of what these results say, Shy Guy is easily among the most consistent threats in the Glentendo circuit, seemingly about to take this 31st one tonight that we got going on here, man, and shout-outs to him doing that. The talent was very stacked. Shout-out to Melpool, man, clutching those amazing 1v1s against Glentendo. Highlight of the night, my friends, to say the least. Those are the kind of moments that the Glentendo circuit exists for. We live for. To work for it, my friend. It's the kind of action that you're only going to find right here at twitch.tv/MasterhandGaming every single week, every Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you like what you see, the VODs will be up on the YouTube channel very soon. And they will be on youtube.com/MasterhandGaming, where you can catch not only those, but all of our Smash VODs as well, and whatever other wonderful content that MHG has to offer. This is probably our final standings of the night that we got going on right here. It's the British invasion, man. No one can beat them.
Yeah, I mean, it's the one man army. Shy Guy of the Pirate Hackers crew has brought some of their brethren into the fold of the Glentendo circuit in weeks past, but none of them can stack up the Shy Guy.
Man, shout-outs to Mom.
Absolutely.
I love it, man. I've definitely been there before, my friend. What was the?
I think we all have, man.
I don't know. It doesn't matter. I was trying to come up with an example, but I couldn't. Whenever like somebody asks you to like just come up with an example of something, but you just can't because it's like you're just trying to really dig deep in your mind for when something like that happened to you. You know it has, but you can't like place it.
I'm willing to bet it'll happen tonight on my stream, so don't worry about it. So
that guy just came in the Glentendo circuit chat. He says, "Well, duh, of course, is a luck-based game."
Yeah.
So, speaking of Stu's stream, I'm going to do this stuff now because there's 4 minutes left, and I know that Sweetly still has another race and is still top 6, so she might change position in the next couple minutes, so we'll wait that out. But in the meanwhile, you guys go ahead and have at it.
Oh, thank you, man.
Oh.
That's really cool. Yeah, I'm gonna be playing a little bit more Pokemon Mystery Dungeon tonight. I post a few of the clips on Twitter every now and then, and I'm probably gonna post the one pop-off that I had against Moltres. Because you know what? Sometimes you pop off against regular human players, but when you're not really all that good at video games, you can just pop off against CPU bosses. So that's kind of what I do. Like to make an absolutely silly world of an otherwise pretty, very good, but otherwise innocuous game. So that's just the kind of fun that we have. And in Tunist, I know that you've got a lot of stuff going on. Tell the good people.
It's nothing like actual InfoWars. And I mean,
Nothing like the InfoWars rescue team.
The InfoWars rescue team is amazing. Definitely go check them out. I have a YouTube channel. It's really shitty. I'm not gonna lie. I make pretty low budget videos, but they're fun. I enjoy them. I just reviewed all the 3D All Stars pack and made a critique of it and whatnot. And as well as I have a specific Smash series called Smash Excellence, in which I analyze a Smash character for what they really are in a very comedic and real based way, my friends. It's a very hard series to describe. I tried to make it as unique as I possibly could. So if you really want to see what it's all about, it's right there. Smash Excellence with Nintunis, #1 in my main Mario. You can go ahead and check that out. Do I have anything else to plug right now? Let me think. Not yet. Not yet. I got some stuff. I got some stuff in the works, and some announcements that I'll probably be making relatively soon, depending on how those deals go down the pipeline. I mean, you boys know what I'm talking about, but all you other boys and girls at home where you don't, you're just gonna have to wait to find out what those are later on. But if you want to keep up with the keepings up with me, you can follow me down there at Nintunis to see what my latest endeavors in this world are. I did just get my old job with Nintendo back, so I'm gonna be relatively busy. They sent me a bunch of stuff in lieu of a Switch this year because there's kind of a deadly virus going around. They don't want us handing out Switches for demos anymore. So instead, they sent me like a little Toad pencil. Let me find the Toad pencil. This is important.
Yeah, actually show me.
Yeah,
it's kind of hype.
In the meanwhile, I do think that last race from Suitlu finished up, and there's only 2 minutes left, so this is what the final standings look like.
Oh, there you go. So Shy Guy and Dark, who again was on the warpath before, just dropping a few points maybe in the interim, but still not a bad point total for Dark. They're going to finish at 132, and that's top 2. That's good enough to qualify for the Passport event. Shy Guy, again, at 141, leading the way, and Melpool and Scardone. Great efforts, not wasted at all, but it does make you wonder. I mean, we were talking about points dropped at the end, especially with just missing that turn in Tunis. Just goes to show, I mean, you can have those great 1v1s, but you miss a turn or you mismanage your items, that actively costs you points on the board.
That it does, my friend. I mean, it's all those. If there's anything I learned from my tenure in the Glentendo circuit, man, it's the minor moments that you think back on. You're like, I had to do one thing differently there, didn't I? Just one little thing, despite how amazing everything else I was doing on. But it happens, my friend. It's Mario Kart, to say the least, for you. There's Toad. He's on a little pencil right here. They also sent me some arms. These are like little sleeves right here that they sent me. Apparently, these aren't for resale either. This is just like some sort of thing that they give out to their vendors, I suppose. So now I have arms, and I didn't have arms before, which is a pretty incredible thing. So now I got that.
Actually, it's kind of hype.
This little, I don't even know what this is, but they sent it to me. I think it's a cloth or whatever. Like, it's just like some little Nintendo cloth. I literally have no idea what this is. I don't know.
Is that for your glasses?
I don't know. I mean, it could be. I mean, I haven't opened it up yet, but it's like a little fuzzy cloth kind of thing. And some Luigi sunglasses, I do believe, that they sent me. Yeah, they're very little tight, but they're white. And they're very different than any other shades that I've had before, which is pretty cool. And this is a care package I didn't get last year, because last year they sent me a Switch because I'd be doing product demonstrations with the Switch, being like, hey, do you guys know what the Switch is? And then I put it right in their damn hands, and I make them look at it. But I can't do that this year for reasons that you can probably figure out. But those are going to be my regular goings-on for the next time being. That on top of my my coffee job. No one's paying me to say this, but Rise Cold Brew, drink it. And I guess those are my plugs. Right there. I'm done. I mean, it is nothing compared to InfoWars Rescue Team. I mean that. Go follow Stu on his Twitch. Seriously, he's hilarious. He's absolutely hilarious, man. If you want to know the real Stu, and like you already see peaks of him in the way that me and him peek out in our real talk right here and in between our breaks and commentary, it's just his brand of humor, man. And it's just a beautiful thing that you'll only be able to find on his stream. And I wouldn't be saying that if it wasn't the truth. So go ahead and check him out. Twitch.tv/StuTheAnnouncer. Don't follow my Twitch because I literally do not stream anymore. I genuinely mean that. I don't do it.
I just think it's so beautiful that, you know, the whole idea of Nintendo is to let your imagination run wild and to let creativity spark itself. And the job of my Pokemon Mystery Dungeon playthrough is to make them regret that. So this is that's not actually it, but yeah, it's basically
I'll beat your goddamn ass, you son of a Torchic.
Oh man. Anyway, so Alex Jones is going to try to discover why chemtrails turned him gay later on. So we are going to end off the stream here. We are. Thank you so much for watching. Follow Nintunis at Nintunis. Follow me at Stu the Announcer. Please follow at Masterhand Gaming and Chriselodian on Twitter. Obviously, our producer who's done such a wonderful job. And oh my lord, you're going to want to see Super Glentendo on Twitter tonight, at the very least.
It's weird. I went to his Twitter. He's jawning about Ultimate right now. By the ledge. Like, I think he's trying to mask it. Like, I think he's trying to mask what actually just happened to him, and he's misdirecting his anger. Does he schedule his John tweets? I would not put that past him.
Less suspicious. It's like
I would not put that past him at this point. Glenn, we love you. You know we do, my friends. None of this would be possible without you, man. The collaborations between Glentendo and Masterhand Gaming, and of course me, Mr. Nintunist, and this Mr. Stu the Announcer, Mazer's very own announcer. We're done for the night, folks. We hope you guys enjoyed. Got all the plugs.
You could do a Roy cosplay with those glasses.
Do these look pink to you?
Wait, you kind of do.
Last score update since we did delay quite a bit.
Wait,
apparently, Glenn finished third, beat Melville.
Yeah, he did just put that in the Glentendo circuit chat.
Damn.
Are you serious?
It'd be like that.
Yeah, I think he started. I think he started a little bit later, which is why he was able to accumulate a couple more points.
Melpool goes, wait, what? All right, we gotta go.
Yeah. So Melpool still finished third because he did the 1v1s. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. We appreciate y'all. We'll see you on Thursday for DNA if you're into Smash. And from us to you, happy gaming.